It is my sincere pleasure to welcome you here today to the 2013 Capital G Private Wealth Conference. Before we commence today's proceedings, I thought I would start with a simple test. Now, it's a test, you've all had a coffee, the brain is starting to engage, but it's simple because there's only one question, there's no right answer, and we're not going to be grading the test. In the eyes of my two sons, that would be the best test ever. So what is the question? The question is, what is wealth management? So some would define wealth management simply as investment management, the choosing of stocks or bonds that are to provide returns in accordance with a risk profile and a maturity profile. Some would extend that on to banking services, financial planning, estate planning. And as it becomes more complex, people would add estate structures, tax structures to benefit wealth preservation for the future. I think the essence of my point has been captured though, and my answer is simple. It's all of the above. So hopefully your answer was similar to mine. It is all of the above. It forms the basis of our aim in hosting this conference today, in bringing industry experts together in this forum designed to offer you a unique opportunity to gain a new insight into the critical issues affecting the creation and preservation of wealth management. We will look at trends in the global economy in this morning's panel discussion. The panel discussion will be moderated by Senior Wall Street Journal editor Jonathan Dow. The panel will include the Minister of Finance, the Honorable Bob Richards, JP, MP, the Group Managing Director of Apex Fund Services, Peter Hughes, Independent Chair of the Bermuda Business Development Corporation, Caroline Folger, and our Chairman of Capital G Bank, James Gibbons. The discussion will focus around such issues as the effects of the potential collapse of the Eurozone on the global economy and the potential impacts on Bermuda. Additionally, panelists will discuss whether emerging Latin American markets, African markets, and Asian markets are the potential solution for the global economic crisis and how Bermuda can benefit from those rise of these emerging economies. When looking at what is planned and the quality of the presentation both outside, in here, and as you'll experience for the rest of the day, it would be remiss of me, first and foremost, not to thank the Capital G Conference team staff. So if you join me in a quick round of applause to thank the staff thus far. I know it's a bit dangerous in thanking people before the day is finished, but so far it's off to a good start. I would also like to thank our partners and our sponsors, which include Colonial Group International, our host here today, the Fairmont Southampton, KPMG, Electronic Services Limited, Conyers Dillon Pearman, SRL Global, Visa, and our technology partner, Fiserv. We are truly grateful for your support and could not have produced the conference without your partnership. As a matter of protocol today, we will be accepting questions from everybody in the audience, but I would ask if we can ask you to complete the pieces of paper that are on your seats, pass those off to the conference team members. They'll make their way forward, and at the appropriate opportunity, and with President Calderon's blessing, I'll pose those questions, and we will attempt to answer as best as possible. Before the discussions and breakout sessions begin, it is my sincere honor to welcome the esteemed keynote speaker, President Felipe Calderon. President Calderon is the 56th President of Mexico, leading his country from December 2006 to November 2012. President Calderon made economic reform a top priority for his administration, implementing policies that catapulted Mexico into a powerful player in the global economy. Despite tumultuous economic times that we've all experienced, Mexico has demonstrated astounding economic resilience and growth under President Calderon's administration. With a GDP of approximately $1.7 trillion, the Mexican economy is ranked 12th in the world at this point in time. His experience as an influential policymaker, both in Mexico and on the world stage, puts him in a unique position to assess the transforming world economy and business impacts. As some of the most successful leaders have done, President Calderon confronted issues head-on and did so in order to elevate Mexico to a more powerful world player as it presents itself today. A bit closer to home, President Calderon was instrumental in implementing the Tax Information Exchange Agreement, or commonly referred to as a TIA, signed between the United Mexican States and Bermuda. Bermuda is one of the few select international financial centers that have been privileged enough to benefit from the new regulations. Industry specialists from the financial services sector have all welcomed the introduction of the new regulations and the new business opportunities that have been the resultant changes that will now afford Mexican businesses to do business in Bermuda. This not only opens a huge market for Bermuda, but also places Mexico on a level playing field with other jurisdictions in terms of its global business capabilities. Through the use of sophisticated international financial centers, this will provide gateways into jurisdictions further afield that may not have previously been available or contemplated by Mexican businesses in the past. Please join me in welcoming to Bermuda and to this conference one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world, a true champion for Mexican and Bermudian relations, whose economic reform at home bears potential lessons for us all. Please welcome President Felipe Calderon.